Hey guys, it's Melanie Hines, your fastest Iraqi Dinar summary on the net. I tried to get back to everybody's emails. I'm having some problems. Randy, I know you sent me a video. It won't let me send an email out to you. I don't know why. So here is the summary. So guys, on the live stream this morning, I went through an exercise that I think it's worthy for everybody to do. In order to manifest this, I talked about this on my live stream. You just need to, I may not be able to pull it up. Just imagine, don't tell anybody how much dinar you have, but let's just say you have $1 million dinar, and let's say it comes out like that Forex letter says at 481. Just imagine $5, just to round up. So if you have $1 million dinar and it comes out at whatever it comes out, you get $5 for it by the time you go to your bank. If you're using my 3 steps, you could get as much as three times, but that's what God told me. But and then Caroline Dennis said 7, but just assume 5 to be conservative. So if you have $1 million dinar and you have you get $5 for it at your bank, you'll have 5 million sitting in your bank account. How does that feel? Just go there in your mind. Use your sacred imagination and think about that. Just take a second and say, I have 5 million in my bank account. How does that make me feel? Tune into that and do that several times today. And I may be live at 4 to celebrate with you, depending on how long it takes this guy with my shower, depending on if I make any progress. So just saying, use that. And if you don't have dinar and you have dong instead, assume $2. They're saying it's anywhere from $2.25 to $4. This is not financial advice. Just if you have $1 million dong, assume it's $2. And that's what, 2 million in your bank account. What does that feel like? Get tuned in with the feeling. Combine the feeling with your imagining of seeing that in your bank account and see what happens. And do that before you go to sleep. Do that throughout the day. If you have a special nap time, use it. Go into your imagination and imagine what that's like. That's my suggestion. That's how you manifest. That's how you pull things in. Now, as far as the Iraqi Dinar on Handle Forex, which is the new stable digital banking system, it's run on the stable coin, the central bank of Iraq's stablecoin, which is 125 on Handle Forex on Coinbase. If you want to go to Coinbase, you can look it up. I don't have a Coinbase account. I can't look it up, but I keep this track of this. It's 1 Handle Forex equals 1.25 Iraqi dinar. Do the math. Stable, secure system. A lot of people are saying, oh, Iraq has to be stable because of the war. They're already secure and stable. Our military has attested to that. And way back in January of 2025, they said they're just waiting on the correspondent banks in America. So what happened in America since then? We passed the Genius Act. We passed the Big Beautiful Bill. So the American banks now are ready. They're doing all sorts of things now. They're doing derivatives with the cryptos now because of the stable coins that are being released by Ripple and by, there's always been USDC, by Circle or whatever. There's Tether. There's all these stable coins in America. Your banks are going to choose them. You don't have to understand it. Just know your bank's going to make it easy for you to transact with them. It'll just be faster, cheaper, secure, and stable. And it'll have the same anti-money laundering system that Iraq has. Anti-money laundering system. Don't you think you want that with all the fraud that's being revealed? So Iraqi banks, American banks. We have multiple banks, because we don't just have one central bank like Iraq does. But Iraq only has 45 million people. We have 350 million people, okay? Or maybe 370, maybe 380. I don't know. They'd probably have to do a census, and they have to, no matter what you think about, people that are illegal or legal, it doesn't matter. The point is, however many citizens they are, if they have bank accounts, these banks will be on the same system eventually. You don't have to worry about it. It's going to be seamless to you for the banks. They may be fancy ATMs run by AI. I don't know. But all I know is once we go to the bank with my 3 steps, you know how to find your bank and that it's easy. I give you the strategies. How do you talk to your banker? How do you find your bank? How do you talk to your bank? How do you set an appointment? What do you say? And what do you say if they throw an NDA at you and you don't want one? That's probably why you get my strategies, because you don't want to sign an NDA. As far as other people talking about the redemption centers, they've always talked about redemption centers. They don't have my steps because I tuned into God. He said, don't go anywhere they can collect you. My 3 steps are not like anybody else's. I had somebody send me an email and say they listen to Mark Z exclusively and they watch me because he comes on at a later time than I do. And she was asking me, I'm confused. Don't be confused. I'm the only one who has the 3 steps to a safe exchange because they were downloaded to me by God. So if you want that, the information's below. I love you. And so there was only a couple articles today because oil rallies towards $150 as Iran signals no return to pre-war levels. But in the morning, the article was this. Oil slides 4% on U.S.-Iran ceasefire hopes. So it went down and then it went back up. Guys, the point is it's manipulated. What does that Forex letter said? It's coordinated political time. I also showed you the Forex letter today. I started at 50 minutes when I talked about the big picture, the intel, the exercises to help you manifest this, help you agree in prayer, and then I might be live at 4. So now we go to the summary of everybody else. I hope that was okay. Comment down below if this is okay. I'm perpetually insecure. That's just the way I roll. I just don't know how things are. I would need some positive feedback down below, please. Or join us at 4 if we have a margarita. I've got a lot to do. We have a plumber here too, helping my husband install a new shower. So pray that it goes well so I can go live at 4, maybe. I don't know. Just have to keep posted, make sure you're subscribed and tap the bell. So now Mountain Goat says, in the midst of all the election drama, we see a slight glimmer of hope coming forward. It is with the parliament, and they held a session the other day, which they told us they would not do until the Iranian conflict is over. So everybody's waiting for the Iranian conflict is over. So again, things could change on a dime. Mark Z, I'm hearing some interesting stuff from both bond and group contacts, bank rumors and group rumors. I think it's fantastic stuff. The overwhelming majority of my bond people are telling me that they will be done between now and April 2nd. The overwhelming majority of my group and banking contacts believe they will go between the 2nd of April and the 15th of April. I don't know the timing, but that is what they're being told. In the meantime, do whatever you have to do to take care of your responsibilities while we wait. And then Jeff said, remember, they still have to announce the president and vote on him in parliament. Then the new president has to announce the prime minister, and the prime minister technically is allocated a period of time to his cabinet. If it is Soudani, he's already had a formed, completed cabinet, so that could wrap up the government very quickly by re-electing Soudani. What do you think? Comment down below. I love free speech, so you're free to say whatever you want down below. You're free to complain, but I prefer positive comments only because they feed me and they make me want to do more. Amen. Frank 26 went through a lot last night. I know he's live in the evenings, whereas I'm live in the mornings. So it's always good to see what he says. Question, I was recently invited to join a group. I know nothing about these groups. My friend said you have to turn your currency over to these groups. I'm not sure about that. Maybe you can explain how these groups are supposed to work. Frank said, are you brand new to the dinar? They answered yes. Frank said, Brand new people, that's the ones they're attracted to. Also, elderly people, widows, a woman that is by herself. These guys are like vultures. I researched one in 2010. They told me, Frank, give us your dinars and we'll give you $5 for every dinar every dinar when this rate comes out, even if it comes out at the RI of 322. We are involved with the United Nations Humanitarian Group. I didn't know anything. This was brand new to me in 2010. I'd never heard of these groups. He continues, this is something for everybody to listen to. That's why I'm reading it. As I was listening to the man, oh boy, cha-ching, cha-ching, I was calculating. Then it dawned on me, you're going to give me more than the Central Bank of Iraq? Oh yeah, we can do that. No, you can't. Yes, we can. No, these are connivers. But I sent them 1 million dinars. They said 3 months you'll be getting $5. Wow. I was going to help my sister. I was going to pay some small bills. 3 months came by and nothing. Well, we just hang in there. I'm sure will. Because I was greedy. I wanted more. This is Frank, right? 6 months went by, nothing. This individual was so sweet and nice to me. I felt bad and I didn't want to say no to him. After a year, I said I want my money back. Well, Frank, I don't have it. Who's got it? Some guy in Texas. It's going to take a while to get it back to you. I said, no problem. I'll turn it over to my lawyers and authorities. You're receiving it overnight. Thank you. Yeah, I figured that. I started the philosophy, never under any circumstances lose sight of your dinar. Frank, I'm so glad you shared that, and I'm glad I was able to read it. I'm glad these people put it in this. Stay away from the groups that tell you we can give you more than the CBI will give you. They're evil, and I mean wicked. So Frank and I are both pragmatic. We don't ever let go of your dinar. I teach you how to find a bank and make sure that they can validate in your presence so you can get your money and start moving your money around as soon as possible. You're not going to want to leave it there. My strategies go into all those details. Then we've got this Guru Steve. I don't know who he is. We have some exciting things going on right now in the Middle East. Obviously, we're still at war with Iran. We are seeing a lot of events happen, and this is all on an hour-to-hour basis. There's so much going on constantly. If you're a dinar holder and investor, we are in some quite exciting times. It's very fluid. We had to deal with Iran before Iraq could ever take its place on the world stage and have a valuable currency, which is what we were all banking on and hoping for. If you do hold the Iraqi dinar, you should be very, very excited and hopeful. I know I am. I think we're closer than ever. And I think if you use my manifestation strategy that was at the beginning, we will all be in a better position. It will help, because faith as a mustard seed does move the mountain. If you're a person of faith, please subscribe, tap the bell. Paulette, 100 plus parliamentarians not in support of a second term for Sadani. Go Kadimi. That is what I'm hoping for. He was against the Iranian militias in Iraq years ago, but considered a moderate. Also, his COM authored the white papers, which included returning to IQD to Forex. No group has come out against him I have seen. I don't know. Militiaman, the foundation for the next stage, which I believe is going to be a managed rear. Everything is on track. We're watching it unfold. Integration is real. It's advancing, and there's no stopping it regardless of what's happening in the world. I agree with that. In the first Iraq, we reported on that yesterday, the first Iraqi oil tanker crossed the Strait of Hormuz. It's slow going, but guys, there are things that are moving now. What do you think? Comment down below. Please consider joining me. I may be live tonight, but you have to be subscribed with the bell tap to all to be notified. So how do you get notified when it happens? People always ask me that. You don't have to send me an email. I will just do the time is live with 2 sirens. Right? My husband's a fireman. I love the sirens. The time is now, all in caps. That will be the live stream. Maybe that'll be tonight. Who knows? I think this could go anytime. What do you think? Comment down below. Bye.